Alright, hey you guys, it is Delancey. Welcome back to my channel. It is currently Sunday afternoon at 4:30 p.m. and I just woke up from a nap. It is the day before my first day of school. Going back to school, it's gonna be my senior year in my nutrition program at my university, and it'll be my last first day back, which is kind of crazy. And of course, this will be a school year unlike any other. We've been in quarantine since March, and we are going to be completely remote this fall semester. And thankfully, I'm not as stressed out about it as I thought I was going to be. I've done a really good job setting aside some study space within my new apartment that I just moved into. So I'm really interested to see how it goes. I'm also a homebody, so I don't mind staying at home all the time, but we'll see. Basically, with this vlog, I thought I would take you guys through my first week back, kind of show you guys what it's like to be a nutrition student, but from home. Should be really interesting. I don't know what the vlog holds, but like I said, it's only Sunday, so I will bring you guys back in once we get Monday started. Good morning, you guys. It is Monday at about 9:45 in the morning. We recently got back from the gym, which is why I look the way I do. I also traded one tie-dye shirt for another. We are having breakfast real quick, and then we are gonna get the day started. Steve has a Zoom conference call with a client around, I think, 11, and my first class starts at 11:30. We are gonna be doing Zoom conference calls definitely this first week to go over the syllabus with our professor for each of the different classes. Today I have medical nutrition therapy and sports nutrition. I'll go a little more in depth on what those classes are about later in this video, and kind of what to expect going into the semester. Once I know more, I'll let you guys know more. So that's pretty much what we have going on right now. I'm gonna eat breakfast real quick, jump in the shower definitely, and pull myself together, and we'll start the day. It's the first day of school. I'm so excited. All right, hi you guys. It is Monday night. I'm gonna do a better job at vlogging in the days to come, but today was just really busy, and then I got like a major headache for some reason, so I need to go lay down at around like 4 or 5. It's like, what is it, 9:30? No, 8:40 right now. We are making dinner. Once Steve got done at work, we headed over to Target to go buy a few last minute things like a lamp and some desk organization. We got an alarm clock and stuff like that. So we ran over to Target, and now we're back and we're finally gonna have dinner. Watching Family Guy. We got some shows going on. Class was good. I have set class times like I would if I was going to school physically. So I have sports nutrition from 11:30 to 12:45, and then I have a 15-minute break, and I do medical nutrition therapy from 1 to 2:15. And there's two types of online courses that my university is doing. We have synchronous and asynchronous. So asynchronous is like I never face-to-face see my professor. They have pre-recorded PowerPoint slides, videos, all that. They're just there to email if I have questions. And then there are synchronous classes where I am doing pre-recorded PowerPoints, I'm doing my own reading and online activities, but I am meeting with my professor face-to-face through a Zoom conference call. We do giant, big class conference calls from time to time at like scheduled periods. I feel like the TV is on really loud. I'm gonna turn it down. But thankfully, I'm taking 4 classes this semester, and 3 of them are going to be synchronous. Only one of them, community nutrition, is going to be asynchronous. So I am interested to see how that goes. I'll go a little more in depth on the subject matter that I'm learning for each of my classes as I go throughout the week. Sports nutrition, it's advanced sports nutrition, and we actually have a couple of grad students in there as well. And it was originally, I think, an elective for people who are interested in going strictly just into sports nutrition, but it's actually a core mandatory class now. And that is because the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, they all agreed that registered dietitians, even if you're working in the hospital, should feel comfortable to talk with patients and clients about nutrition and exercise, about, even basic. We don't need to be personal trainers, we can refer out for that, but we have to be comfortable talking about fueling yourself during physically active activities, which I totally agree with. And then medical nutrition therapy, this is the first phase. So next semester I'll take medical nutrition therapy 2, and then there is like another add-on class. I can't remember the name of it, but okay. Is my chicken burning though? Ooh, I'm talking too long. I flipped it. Oh, you flipped it? Okay. Steve's great. Anyways, that's pretty much sums up my classes basically. So I'm gonna keep cooking and not getting distracted, but I just want to give you guys an update. I am really excited. It's definitely going to require a lot of self-discipline and organization, because even though 3 of my 4 classes are synchronous and I'm meeting with my professor face-to-face, it really is more just a discussion and a Q&A period. So the actual educating yourself, that comes down to you as the student. So you really have to be a self-starter this semester. So we'll see. Anyways, it's time for dinner. Hey everyone, good morning. It is Tuesday morning at about 7:30. We are getting ready to head out to the gym, which is why I am dressed the way I am. I have my coffee all ready to go in my Elwood's Harvard mug. And today should be pretty busy. Like I said, we're gonna go to the gym, and then I have my very first Zoom conference call with my metabolism class. Now, I'm told that metabolism is going to be the most challenging class of this semester, but I'm also probably the most interested in it because I feel like I'm just gonna learn so much in that class. So we are going to be chatting with the professor today, and then I'm also going to check out my asynchronous course on community nutrition. Apparently they've already released assignments for group projects, topics, so on and so forth. So I have been told by people who have already graduated that the key to senior year is to avoid procrastinating, because I guess by the time November rolls around, things get really crazy with due dates. So it's really important to stay on top of things and to contact group project partners like right now, like the first week of school to get started. So that is kind of what we have on the agenda. And then I have some YouTube stuff I want to get done. I need to film a video that's going to go up this week. And yeah, just all sorts of little tasks. And then tonight, it is Tuesday, so we always have tradition at my family home to do Taco Tuesday. So we're gonna head over to my parents' house and do Taco Tuesday at night. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan for today, and we'll see how the day goes. All right, we're home, ready to start the day. Steve made an oat milk latte.
I did.
My hair is looking a little funky, but we're gonna make it work.
Make sure that you have your mask with you to keep yourself safe. With me, and I will set forth with providing the accommodations that you need so that you are able to fully succeed in the class, and to maintain a campus environment that values.
Keep myself on and off the video. Once we start the lecture, I think it'd be really good if we turn our videos off.
Okay, so I have officially gone through all of my classes now. I just got off of our video conference call with the metabolism professor, and I went through my community nutrition asynchronous course, kind of looked over the syllabus there, and you guys, I'm kind of stressed out right now. In a good way. Like, I'm really excited for what's to come. I think I'm going to learn a lot this semester. It's definitely going to be the most challenging semester I've ever faced, I think, in terms of just all the information I've been taking, as well as all of the due dates. Like, there are so many due dates, and it's kind of like you're jumping through hoops, and you have to stay on your game at all times, especially because we're remote, and especially because we're not going into class physically and seeing teachers face to face and being reminded. It really is on you as a student to just be constantly aware of timelines. So if there's one recommendation or piece of advice I can already give to fellow students who are self-educating basically from home, it's to buy a planner or a calendar of some sort and write everything down, color code it, plan ahead. That is going to be so key, especially with, I don't know how other majors are, but speaking just from health sciences, it's so important. I mean, maybe it doesn't work for some people. Maybe it kind of stresses them out to see it all laid out. But I personally really like this because it allows me to strategize. I'm feeling it now. But Steve was really sweet. And in the middle of lecture, he bought me some more iced coffee with oat milk. I feel like I've drank a lot of coffee today. I think I've mentioned coffee like 3 times in today. Today's like vlogging, whatever. Anyways, hanging in there. I am now going to start, what am I got next going on? I think I definitely want to start getting some reading done and taking some notes for future lectures. I don't have to meet with any of my other professors this week, only metabolism. We're gonna meet again on Thursday to talk about chapter 1, but I'm gonna start reading now. Like I said, no procrastinating. So that is the plan, hanging in there, good vibes. Anyways, okay, that's it. Good morning, y'all. It is Wednesday morning. We had a pretty lazy morning around here. We definitely slept in, didn't go to the gym this morning. We wanted to take it easy. We are both also really sore, so rest day was much needed. This morning I did some reading, had a nice slow breakfast with Steve, hung out a little bit, and then I got down to business and filmed an apartment tour for the YouTube channel. That is gonna go up way before I think you see this video. So that's gonna go up this week. Thankfully, I have no in-person like Zoom conference calls to get to today. So it's gonna be a heavy like reading, studying, note-taking. First thing on the list, like top priority is going to be for metabolism. I need to review chapter 1, which is a basic review of like the animal cell, but it is a pretty hefty chapter. So I'm gonna go through that, take some notes, review, get myself acquainted, because that is what the lecture will be on tomorrow morning. And then after that, I need to keep working my way through sports nutrition and medical nutrition therapy, as well as community nutrition. There are a bunch of reading assignments I need to do, and then corresponding activities, all of which are due next Wednesday. My strategy, I think, going into the semester is going to be doing a little bit of everything every day, right? So maybe just an hour for one class each day, as opposed to saving everything to the last minute. That is kind of my strategy. Once I get my school stuff done, I am then going to jump into editing this YouTube video that I filmed this morning, the apartment tour, get that done and out, and hopefully uploaded by the end of tonight so that it goes up tomorrow morning. So we'll see. It'll be a busy day. I'm excited. I got some nice jazz music to jam to. That's like my favorite music to listen to when I'm trying to be productive, and it should be a productive day.
Don't come to me now. I don't want your love. Don't come to me now. I don't want your love. Don't come to me. No, 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 no. 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 No, 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 no.
Good morning, everyone. It is Friday around 9:30, almost 10 a.m. I think. We just got back from a doctor's visit, which wasn't very fun, but was very necessary. I haven't been able to vlog the past few days. I think the end of Wednesday, as well as all of Thursday, was completely off the table. Steve and I were busy with some family stuff, but it's Friday now, and I wanted to clue you guys back into what I'm up to. Every Friday, regardless of what I'm up to, I reserve that for my part-time job that I do from home. I actually work as a podcast host with this company called Volley. They do games and radio and all sorts of different apps for specifically Alexa and Google Home. So what I do is I am the host for their nutrition show that they have on Volley FM. Volley FM can come as an app, but you can actually download my show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, on Anchor, Spotify. It's all over the place. So I turn into them about 10 episodes every week, and I discuss all sorts of different nutrition topics. I talk about diet trends, what's going on in nutrition news. I help define some nutrition terms that may be really confusing, all sorts of different stuff. And they're really short episodes. They're only about 2 to 3 minutes long, and they're designed so that you can listen to one episode every day. So they're daily episodes. You can listen to them while you're getting ready for work, or you're setting up your day, having a cup of coffee. That's kind of the concept behind the show. It's really cool. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested in checking it out. If you want kind of like a daily nutrition fact or a daily nutrition topic or concept, the show is really great for that.
I don't want your love. Don't come to me now. I don't want your love. Don't come to me now. I don't want your love. Don't come to me now. I don't want your love. Don't come to me. No, 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 no. Don't come to me. No, 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 no.
right, hey you guys, it is towards the end of the week, so I thought now would be a great time to sit down, go through each of my classes and share with you a little more in depth about the subject matter that I'm currently studying, as well as what the semester is kind of gearing up to look like. It's only the beginning of the semester, so we haven't really gotten into the nitty-gritty stuff. A lot of this is still introductory material, but I thought this would give you some insight. It might interest some people. A lot of people reach out to me asking, what is the coursework load like as a nutrition student? Or like, what are the kind of subjects you are learning about? And that can be difficult to fully answer. I can give you guys a little bit of insight into what I'm up to, but ultimately the load, the amount of work, that is really going to vary by teacher. It's going to vary by school, institution. It's going to vary by you as a student too, because your perception of what is a heavy workload could be totally different from what somebody else views as a heavy workload. So all I can really do is kind of show you guys what I'm up to, and hopefully you can take something away from that. So without further ado, we are going to jump right into sports nutrition first. So like I said, it's still kind of introductory. Thus far, I have gone through chapters 1 and I'm halfway through chapter 2 right now. Chapter 1 was very introductory, and it was all about a sports nutritionist's role in managing and taking care of or advising an athlete. And nutrition, genetics, and training honestly form a triangle, and that triangle is what ultimately supports a successful athlete. And then chapter 1 talks a little bit about supplements. Once again, it's just kind of like a basic overview. And then chapter 2, which I'm currently working my way through, is about energy balance, so basic definitions of energy as well as basic methods for measuring energy. So yeah, with sports nutrition right now, I'm really just doing the reading and taking notes, but we do have one big project kind of on the horizon that I'm really just in the brainstorming stages for right now, and that is a project on a dietary supplement. So you get to completely choose the supplement that you want to do your project on. So it can be on creatine, it can be on whey protein, you can get more specific and do it on a certain fat burner, whatever it may be, it's up to you. And part of the project, you're gonna be looking at what the media is saying about this supplement. You're gonna be looking at newspaper articles, magazine articles, and then you're going to look at scholarly journals, you're gonna look at articles, clinical studies, and you're gonna look at more what is science saying about this dietary supplement, and you're gonna compare and contrast the two perspectives. Are they similar? Are they night and day? It should be pretty interesting. And then I think from there we create a sort of like dietary supplement handout that you could give to a patient or a client. Next up, we have medical nutrition therapy. Again, I've only gone through chapter 1, and that was very introductory. There's really not a whole lot to talk about in terms of like material. However, we are currently working on a project, a meal planning project, where we are going to take an individual, it can be ourselves or a friend or a family member, and we take down their basic information, their basic health information, like their weight and their height and their activity level. And then we are going to input this information into a number of different formulas that we can use to calculate total daily energy intake or total daily energy requirement. And then from there, you're going to build a meal plan for this, fake client, this individual that you are supposedly advising or helping out. And that project is going to take a while. So I am currently slowly but surely doing a little bit for that project every day. All right, next up we have metabolism. This class definitely requires the most reading and note-taking. You really have to turn your brain on for this class because I think it is so easy to miss details and little bits of information. This class pulls from so many previous classes that I've taken. It is so important and helpful if you have paid attention during anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, as well as during biochem or whatever chemistry classes you've taken, because it all really comes together for this course. At least that's how I feel. So thus far, we have gone through chapter 1, which was on the animal cell. That was really basic. It was a quick review, honestly, just going through the different organelles and what are their functions and how those functions relate back to metabolism as a whole. Chapter 2 is then on the digestive system. Again, a really quick review. We were just going through, the principal organs, the accessory organs, so on and so forth. And right now we are working our way through chapter 3, which is on carbohydrate metabolism. We're going to be stuck on this chapter for quite some time because there's a lot that goes into carbohydrate metabolism. Now, we don't have really any projects. I have one paper due at the end of the semester, but really this class is made up of exam scores. Though we do have a couple of presentations here and there, and I do have an upcoming presentation in about 2 weeks. It'll be a group presentation, and my group has been assigned a article from a scholarly journal, and we're basically going to dissect this article for the class, and we have to have a little PowerPoint, and we're basically going to talk about what this clinical study was all about, how this information is relevant to metabolism, what were the methods used, we're going to look at the data, let's analyze the data, draw some conclusions, and how can we take this information from this article, this clinical study, and apply it to clinical practice? How would we use this as nutrition professionals? And then finally, we have community nutrition. This is my asynchronous course, so I'm not doing any video chats with my professor, but my professor for this is actually awesome. She is really helpful, so I got really lucky here with this asynchronous course. And this class, I think, has the most day-to-day assignments. There are a ton of due dates for this class. We have something due like every other day or every 3 days or 4 days. There's always something going on, and I think that's because we aren't having those typical lectures. We're not talking face-to-face to the professor, so I think the class is structured in a way where we have all of these little assignments due over and over again in the hopes that will keep us as students on track. So I can totally understand the reasoning behind that. Thus far, we've gone through chapter 1, which is Introductory to Community Nutrition, chapter 2, which is about epidemiology and how that relates to community nutrition. Chapter 3 was on behavior change models and theories, the most basic ones, what they mean and how do you apply them in practice. And then chapter 4 is on community assessment. So let's say you have a target population, how do you go about assessing them? How do you figure out what their nutritional needs are? And then you take that information, and that is what you build your community nutrition program or intervention on. That assessment is so important and really lays that foundation. So as I said, there are a lot of little projects that are due along the way, and a lot of them are actually case studies. So let's say you are a community nutritionist and you are working with a target population that is 75% Mexican American, and you are more specifically targeting preschool kids. 30% of them, their BMI exceeds the 85th percentile for US standards for BMI. There's a high incidence of obesity as well as baby bottle tooth decay. These individuals tend to come from low-income backgrounds. They're living in apartments, multi-generational living. There's no space for these kids to play outside. They're also experiencing a lot of screen time, and they have limited English. So with that kind of situation, how would you go about assessing this target population so that you can learn more about them, so you can learn more about what exactly are their nutritional needs and what are the best ways to reach this population? What are the kinds of questions you should be asking, and what methods are you going to use in order to collect that data, to collect that information about that community? And then I did mention in this vlog as well that there is a really big project for this class that is going to be due at the end of the semester, but it is essentially another case study, but like on steroids. It's going to be a huge group project. So that is going to do it for giving you guys a little insight into my classes for this first week. Hopefully that was helpful. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my professors. I am really lucky and just so happy to have them as my teachers this year, because given, you know, everything that's happened, I think they have done such a great job at adapting. So shout out to them, and shout out to all teachers out there who have really been thrown a curveball with this school year and are adapting. Like, I see you and I really respect what you're doing, and speaking from the perspective of a student, it does mean a lot to me when I see teachers just really being there for their students. It's really awesome. I think that is where I'm gonna wrap up the vlog. I don't know what this is gonna turn out to look like. Just filming throughout the week, I feel like this is gonna be a hodgepodge of random information and me rambling, but a lot of people, like I said, have reached out and wanted to know more about my coursework as a nutrition student. What is my daily schedule? What is my weekly schedule like? So hopefully this was insightful. Hopefully this helped people out there. I'm not sure. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Don't come to me.